This episode is brought to you by Optimum Balance Fitness and Wellness, located in Pompano Beach.
You can check them out at optimumbalance.us. Andre, is this on?
No, I think it's on.
It's on?
It's on.
It's on.
It's on.
Woo! Is this on podcast with Andrea and Claudia?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Is This On Podcast. Here I'm with Clau. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. It's Tuesday. It's another week. It's okay. Let's get on with it. New episode.
Yeah, we're past Monday.
We're past Monday. That's
you cannot
good.
feel like, oh my God, I'm so lazy. This whole week is just starting. No. It's Tuesday. Come on.
Yes. It's almost Wednesday anyway. It's 5.
Exactly.
All right, so we have another guest with us today, and we're very, very excited to introduce her. Woo! She is the founder, the president of and dance director of Maddie's Dance Factory. Maddie started dancing ballet at the age of 3, despite some unexpected life events that occurred at early age. She always ended up going back to dance. I've interviewed Maddie before. She is amazing, using dance as therapy and an emotional outlet. She studied ballet, jazz, tap, acro, contemporary, hip hop, flamenco. Girl, done it all.
Everything.
Yeah, girl, done it all. That's as simple and as far as it goes. She was a South Miami Cobra dancer for 2 years, and in her senior year, she made the South Miami cheerleading team. She was chosen as the Florida Marlin Mermaid, launching into her own professional career as she became the youngest dancer on the team.
And so with that said, we have with us Madeline Richmond.
Hello, ladies. Thank you so much for having me. It is an honor to be here with you both. I am super pumped.
It's an honor having you. You've done so much, and all because dance inspired you.
That's right. Dance has really saved my life and really helped me cope with a lot of things in life. So it's definitely a big outlet for me.
That's awesome. Yes. But let's start from the very beginning and what caught my attention. So you have this dance studio. What made you start it? How long did it take you to create the whole thing?
Absolutely. So as a little girl, I used to love to dance. My mom put me into dancing, and that was my life. I was that kid at the grocery store dancing through the aisle, hitting up the different fitting rooms and breaking it down, even though I still do that sometimes. But yeah, it was definitely an outlet for me. I would sit down with my parents, have them watch me perform. And then I had a tragic, life experience. Mm-hmm. And after my parents both passed away, I refused to dance. I just, I turned it down. I looked the other way. Yeah. My grandmother at that time took my custody. So she tried to help me. I was very depressed, very sad. I went to therapists, I went to doctors, and nothing would really get me out of that zone, get me out of, just all the pain.
Yeah.
My grandmother throughout the way was like, why don't you take a dance class? Take another class, see if you like it. And I was like, no. Right. Finally, she nagged so much, and I was like, fine, I'll go and, do it for you.
Stop
but I'm not going to have fun.
Abuelita, okay, fine, abuelita.
Fine, yes. I'm like, I'm not going to have fun, but I'm going to do it. But I was wrong, of course, and it completely changed me, I continued. I started dance again. I found that passion, and I was able to really express myself and just let go, and started making friends again, getting out of that isolation and that depression. And that's what really gave me that adrenaline and push to start Maddie's Dance Factory, because dance for me was an outlet, and I want to create that for dancers and kids nowadays with so much that's going on. Just a positive atmosphere and a place where they can, showcase their talent, but also let go of all the everyday struggles that they're having.
Of course. Wow.
I'm like, wow, my God. That's awesome.
How many years, or from that moment that you wanted to create something, when is it official, when you first started Maddie's Dance Factory?
Sure. So I always wanted a studio. That was a dream. Some kids dream of being a superstar, and some kids, for me it was, I want a studio. Of course, as I became older, I realized how hard that actually was, because you're starting up, from nothing.
Right.
So I went to school. I studied education. I got my master's and my specialist degree in education. And everywhere I taught, I always started a dance program. So I had this thriving dance program at one of the schools that I was working at. And later that year, I met my husband, who I love and is my partner in crime. And he believed in me and he said, start a studio, see if, maybe it'll work. I think it's going to be great. And he believed in me. And ever since then, we got married in 2014. 2015, we started Maddie's Dance Factory from one room that we were renting out, then moved to a little bit of a bigger facility, which was like about 1,000 square feet.
Okay.
And now we're at a 3,500 square foot dream with,
my God,
it's
that's
good.
incredible.
So here we are today and living the dream with, my girls and our dancers.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah,
It's a development, and you're always trying to see what's going to be my next move. What are we doing? And it's just the end product and seeing it grow. You're like, yes,
it's like
my
a baby. For sure.
That's beautiful. And how would you say it's running a dance studio? How is it easy? Is it super complicated than what you first thought? I want to know the details.
I mean, it's a dream, and I love it, and it's amazing. Of course, there's those days where it's a little bit hard, you know.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't change it for the world. I think it's great, and I think it's fun. It's what I dreamed of. So the challenges, bring them, because at the end we're gonna succeed, and it's gonna be good. That's great.
Perfect.
And are you, when it comes to creating recitals and all, are you the only choreographer?
I am not. I am directing and choreographing, but I also have a team of 15 dance teachers.
Oh,
wow.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a
huge.
very good, solid team, very talented dancers and instructors. And then I have 3 full-time employees that are working and helping behind the scenes along my side. And of course, my husband, who's there all the way.
And what's the process you take when it comes to creating the recitals?
Sure. So creating a recital is definitely a big process. So first of all, we want to start with a cool theme that engages not only the kids, but the adults and the abuelitas and the whole family, everybody that's coming to watch. So we come up with a super creative theme. Then our next step is putting the storyline together. Like, how's the show going to progress, and what props are we going to use? What costumes does it match the theme? Like last year we did our end of the season show was channel surfing. So it was TV shows from like the 50s all the way up to today.
Oh, wow. I love that.
Yeah. So we had like the Flintstones, we had I Love Lucy, Game of Thrones, Stranger Things.
Oh, my God. That's such a creative idea.
So as we progressed and put it together, it was like the story, the costume, the props, the backdrops. It was a great show. We had like 30 people involved, and it came out amazing.
For a show like that, were the kids asking questions about like the 50s shows and all that? They're like, what is this?
What is that?
We actually, there's a funny one. We did the Golden Girls, and the girls were wearing like wigs, white wigs, dancing with little canes. And they're like, what is this? And I was like, it's great. It's a great old show. It was really great.
That's funny.
All right. So when I met you, you were in a little studio. Mm-hmm. I introduced you with precisely when I was working with Silvana. When did you make the decision to change into the 3,500 square feet that you have right now?
When I first met you, we were at that facility. We had already outgrown it. We had over 200 dancers, and we were looking. So my husband and I spent a good 2 years looking at different spots and studios and different opportunities to see. But we had a really hard time finding the correct spot, like in the right place, the size. And we found this facility, which is 3,500 square foot. And it was amazing. We renovated the whole place. We did a photo studio room in there. We have multiple dance rooms, and it's just amazing. It's a great facility, and it's in the perfect spot, and it's going really great.
Well, congratulations on that, because I know I lived it through her Instagram. I always live through everybody's Instagram. The growth, the process, you're like, yes.
Yeah.
Because it's something that like you've talked about it, and when I interviewed you, you were like, yes, I know we're going to do this next. We're trying to see.
Right.
And then just seeing it and making it happen, you're like, yes. Go girl, go. Yes. Super fun.
So now that you have this big facility, have you had any big names, any celebrities going to your studio?
Maybe. So we've had a few, yes. The last few months, we had El White, which is a Cuban rapper. He came
Nice.
and did his music video. I choreographed for that there.
Oh.
We also had the very famous Cheyenne who came to
No
her.
way. That's
Yes.
awesome.
And my grandma's like, oh my God, you need to bring me by when he's there.
That would totally be my mom because her biggest crush has
I
always
bet.
been Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Her whole life.
I think it's with like moms everywhere because my mom's like,
Listen.
Cuando Chayanne llegue a la estación, and I'm like, mother.
Pero ya va.
The one and only artist she's ever said anything to me
Same.
because she's not.
Same.
She's not,
My mom's
you know,
the
like
same.
she's
Yeah.
very chill, doesn't really get that starstruck or anything. Chayanne, she's like,
Yeah, she said, I'll sit in the lobby. I'll wait. Don't worry. I'll just pretend to be anybody. You know?
Totally. It's funny
Blend
because
in.
I met Cheyenne here at the station and also in like another opportunity that I had because of work. And I took a picture with him. When I saw my mom, she like tears came down her eyes. Like, she was like, "Oh my God, you met him!"
That's awesome. That's great.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's just, it happens.
He's been popular. And then we also had Camila Cabello who came recently.
Ooh, nice.
Yes,
awesome.
yes, he was rehearsing for a private show. So yeah, we've had a few celebs in the house.
Oh my God, look at you with all these accomplishments.
It's really awesome because I mean you think and you see it as in like your growth for your girls, for all of this, and then when big names Camila Cabello says, "Oh, I want to use your dance studio," you're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
That's when you realize, oh my God, I'm kind of living the dream.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That is true.
So when did you decide dance was your passion? Like
So
finding out.
when did I discover dance as my
Yes.
passion? I feel like I've always felt it in my heart, and I knew as a kid. And then when I came back to dance, that was the reassurance that this is it. This is for
Yeah.
you, and this is who you are.
That's
Yeah,
what
and
you're
it's
meant
like,
to
this
do.
is who you are. This is long lasting.
Yes,
It's not just
absolutely.
something that's, porque a veces uno siente que, oh yeah, I love painting.
Yes.
2 years later, I don't like it anymore.
Yeah. So,
So it's your life relationship is with dance and your husband, of course. But dance has been since very little. He's over there going like, "Excuse me." He's in studio with us, guys.
So, I know I don't know if this might be a little hard, difficult subject, but going back to the before, like after your parents passed away, do you remember exactly how it felt like to not find the joy for dancing, for nothing, for how was that moment of period in your life?
it was hard. It was really hard. It was very a sad few years in my life. You
Yeah.
know, you feel alone. No way to really express.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a hard place to be.
Yeah.
And when I came back to dance, I was actually, it was nice to just let go and
That's
feel
what I was gonna
free.
ask you. I can only imagine that first dance class that you told us.
Like a fresh breath. How do you say it? A breath?
Of fresh air.
Fresh air.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, I can totally imagine. Yeah, it's just like como que that moment probably felt so special.
It did. It was
Yeah.
life changing.
That's beautiful.
That really is beautiful. It
Yeah.
makes you think of like how else you could also help anybody
Yes,
that's going through that.
exactly.
Maybe like one of your girls is going through that as well. You kind of have a way to guide them and be like, just come in and dance it out,
Dance
Yeah.
it out. And
dance it
just
out,
Let it go.
let it go. Yeah. What do you remember from your dancing at a younger age? Like, do you remember doing the bailecito in front of everybody? It's
Oh
like,
my
Maddie,
goodness.
dance!
Yes. I would literally have everybody. I have videos of this, and no, I'm not sharing to my dancers. Okay? I would sit all my friends down, like next to each other, and I'd play back then, like Selena was famous, and Aaliyah,
yeah.
Oh
so
my
that
God.
I thought in my mind I was her, both of them. So I would like break it down in front of all my friends and put on a show. It was fun. It was good. Good times.
Yeah, because I mean, usually when you're that young, your family's like, "Pero baila que está la
Yeah.
canción que está famosa, baila," and you're
Yeah.
like,
No, not me. I was like, let's go. Showtime. Yeah.
So I know you were a dancer for your high school in South Miami, right?
Yes.
And how would you describe those years?
They were great. I was a dancer for the South Miami Cobras. And at the time, my director, she was a Miami Heat dancer.
Nice.
So everything that she was doing with the team, I felt like she was implementing with us. So like, everything from how to act, how to compose yourself in public.
Of course.
How to pose for a picture, the signature pose, you put your hand on your hip,
Right.
I still carry that with me. So I think it was great. It was a great opportunity, which, prepared me for the Marlins that I made as a young dancer. So definitely the Cobras was something that I loved.
That's
That's
awesome.
super cool. We're over here like, How was it being as a Marlin Mermaid? Because you were there for a couple of years in the squad, and how was that? And do you take some of that to your factory now?
Sure. So I actually, funny story. The day that I made the Marlins and I was still in high school, right?
Wow, no way.
I was a baby, and I remember the day. I always remember the day that we were going to go sign contracts, and all the girls are pulling in with their nice cars. They're in their 20s and 30s, and here I am with my grandmother walking behind me because I couldn't sign the waivers because I was only 17.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody was super welcoming. It was my first professional job at such a young age. It was a great experience. From there, I picked up a lot of other jobs, like professional jobs with music videos and TV shows. And it was a great opportunity. And with my girls, I try to implement the same things that I, did in the professional world. So like, for example, when we have, we do a lot of different performances throughout the community. I always tell them, I don't care if you're 7 or 17, I'm going to treat you like little young adults, and you're going to be at events, and we don't eat in our uniform, and we're always smiling at people, and we're always like professional. Even if your sweat is dripping down, you're still in a huge smile.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing bothers you.
You're
Estás
perfect.
perfecta.
Yeah. So definitely it's something that I would recommend to my young dancers to go out and, perform professionally and dance for a professional team. You learn a lot, you grow a lot, and you make a lot of relationships.
That's great, because I feel like, especially those young girls, I feel like they probably feel like, oh my God, this is professional. I'm so, como que estoy like, demasiado bien, because if you treat them like that, like, come on, girls, no matter how old you are, I'm going to treat you the same. Even like the little ones, they're like, oh my God, I'm such a professional.
And I'm so impressed sometimes, because I do see some of my younger ones and they're like on it. And I'm just like, it's
Proud
great.
moment.
Yeah, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
Of course, yeah.
then, when they grow older, you're like, oh my God, I taught them at a really young age.
Yeah.
And then they also go around the community and around the world, basically taking that into their own hands and seeing if they have a sibling, or even there in the factory itself, once they grow older and new little ones come in, it's like, no,
Yeah.
Maddie told us to be like this, and you're going to be like this. So,
the Maddie pose, they're always posed the same with their hands on their hips, and it's super cute. I'm like, oh, okay. Mini me's right here.
there you go. It's like, I've done my job.
But it's good because too, when they do go into an audition in a professional team, they're ready. They come ready. Because even when we do like auditions at the studio, we just did some concept videos, and I tell them, it doesn't matter that I've known you for 10 years. You're going to come in and you're going to bring your dance resume.
Yeah.
And you're going to bring in your photo. And I know that what you look like, but when you go into another audition, people don't know what you look like. They'll forget you. So they're trained. So I know that when they come into the real professional world, they're ready.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
It leads them to, if you want to do a professional dancer career,
There you go.
follow my steps and you'll make it.
Exactly. So, we've talked a lot about your dance factory, but for people who really want to know, like, can you tell them where their studio is located, how they can participate? Like, is it a dance, like per classes, per like a flat fee for the month? Like, so let's tell people who are interested.
Sure. So we are located in the Mimo district on 73rd and 4th Court, and it's open to all dancers. We have a lot of different styles of dance, jazz, contemporary, hip hop, flamenco, and it really depends. So we have open classes where you can come and take classes regularly, and then we have the more serious programs where we have dance teams that perform regularly, compete regularly. So we have a little bit for everybody.
Yeah.
That is, they can come in and see what fits their
That's
schedule and what
awesome.
works best for them.
Yeah.
So even beginners.
Even beginners.
That's nice.
so that we,
there
we
you go.
qualify.
We can
We qualify for the beginner. Yes. Yeah. You were mentioning, because I remember when we did it, you guys were preparing to go to Disney. What other places for the serious programs that you were just mentioning? What places can the girls expect to see or go and perform?
So we have a lot of different shows that we do each season. Anywhere from the Harlem Globetrotters, the Miami Heat, the Dolphins. A few weeks ago, we performed, and I did the warm up for the Susan G. Komen, which is
nice.
Yeah, it was like I want to say it was like 20,000 people. It was a lot of people. It was
Wow.
a great event. Yeah, and then this season we have NASCAR coming up, which we're going to be
Yes.
performing in,
Nice.
and we have, of course, our holiday show, our end of the season show. So we have a lot.
That's awesome. That's exciting.
A lot of things. All right. I'm not going to forget about you. Okay?
So she's
talking
looking
to
at the
my
husband.
husband.
I'm looking at her husband. Because dancing, it could be an individual sport or team sport. Of course, with the girls, everybody's in teams, making sure everybody's synchronized. Your husband is very involved in this,
Yes, he is.
right? So how is it like working with him?
It's great. My husband, although he does not dance, he is heavily involved in the studio. He pretends, he tells the girls, "Hey, I'm going to teach you guys hip hop today," and they're like, He's very involved. He's the business side of the studio, and
Cool.
he also does photography and videography. So he does all our content.
That's perfect.
I know, right?
I feel lost.
I
That's
got
a
lucky.
perfect combo right there. That's teamwork.
Yeah, sure. And he's also very creative. He helps me a lot with like the themes and some ideas. So it's definitely great being a team and working with him.
That's awesome.
I'm lucky. I got lucky.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We had lots of fun, and we hope that you guys go and check out the Dance Factory. It's super,
course.
super cool.
I can't. I really want to go now.
We'll see. We'll reach out, and then we'll try to see if we can go and,
Let's do it.
you know.
Let's go
Do a
break
little
it down
tour.
together. Yes.
Yes.
Sounds
we
good.
can break it down.
I'm
Lord.
excited.
Oh, Lord. All right. We can do this.
Yes, we've got this.
We'll share it with you guys on our social media. And then for people that want to check out your social media, where can they follow you?
Absolutely. So you guys can either check us out on Maddie'sDanceFactory.com or on Instagram, Maddie's_dance_factory. And by the way, Maddie is spelled uniquely MADYS.
Oh,
No double D's, guys.
no double D's.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
And we wish you the best for the season because you've got a lot of things coming up.
Thank you so much. And thank
Yeah.
you for having me.
Of course, anytime. Hey, you.
Yes, you.
Did you like this episode? You can stream season 1 and 2 of Is This On wherever you get your podcasts.
And you can follow us on Instagram at Is This On Podcast. Also, follow me at Claudia M on Air.
And me at The Andrea Kova. Stay tuned. New episodes Tuesday at 5.